This guide will assume that you are watching this video because you're having a hard time defeating this boss, and it will use the best and consistent method to accomplish this goal while also explaining the move patterns of the boss. Alright, so Nibbles. Kinda sounds like nipples, but whatever. And I had to say it. I had to say it. It's like, it's been bothering me for a long time. Now you are cursed too. Anyways, a lot of people don't know how to summon him. Don't worry. We've all been there, but you may have managed, and now he is kicking your ass on Brutal, so don't worry. I am here to save your day. Let's go over the setup. And by the way, just in case that you don't know how to summon him, you need to use an Unsullied Heart and a little bit of Grave Dust in the Vermin Nest. So, the setup. We will use any upgraded set of Night Stalker armor. I prefer to use Shadewalker because of its movement speed, and I think that movement in this fight in particular, because Nibbles is very fast, is most important than any other stat, because keeping distance from Nibbles is like, it's literally #1 priority. Then you can use any upgraded Gravedigger ring. I prefer to use the Dawn Runner, again, because of its movement speed. We will use Merciless Longbow and Traveler's Wrap, which will increase our maximum health, and our gear level should be 41. You don't need to have all of these upgrades. You don't need the Merciless Longbow, but, you know, any amount of gear level that you have is just going to make the fight that much easier. For our spells, we will use Bone Explosion and Power Surge, and if you have any jewels that you can equip onto these spells to make them stronger, do so, because, you know, any effect that you have is going to be of help. For our blood, we will use Warrior or Rogue. The reason for this is because Warrior increases our physical damage output, and we will primarily be hitting Nibbles with our bow. And Rogue gives us crit chance, which also empowers our bow, so one of those two is really good for this fight. Also, if you have any brews, you can use them as well to further increase your spell and physical power. Now let's move on to Nibbles' attacks. His standard attack is just a regular bite, kind of like the most basic enemy, which is the wolf. His secondary attack is Rage. He will start glowing red, and then he will bite 6 times in a row really fast. But his signature is Stink Explosion. That's how I call it. So every once in a while, he will deal damage around himself, and that's all that there is to it. Literally, he will just like explode every once in a while with this like Stink Explosion, and it will do damage. He also has a move called Rat Attack. He will go underground and leave the fight for a while, and while he is underground, he will summon 12 giant rats over time to attack you. So our strategy for this fight is going to be as follows. We're going to stay away from Nibbles at all costs. His Stink Explosion does decent damage, and a few hits will take us down fast. Constantly walk away from him. Use your Veil and Power Surge to create distance. If you do keep a lot of distance, he might not even use his bite attacks. You can use Bone Explosion aggressively to take him down faster before he goes underground. Now, when it comes to his Rat Attack, make sure to have 3 stacks of focus on your bow and Bone Explosion ready once he goes underground. So when he summons the rats, you will have an opportunity. You can let them get close to you and then use Bone Explosion on top of yourself, hit a lot of them, and then use your bow Q to take them out instantly and create a small army of skeletons to fight for you. When he unburrows, nothing will change. Repeat this process until you take him down. Now that we are prepared, let's hunt. I hope this guide was useful. If it was, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more of these guides or V-Rising content in general, you can subscribe because I have a lot of plans of making content on this game in the future. Have a great rest of your day, and good hunting.